Brown Girls, it's Jayana Carter, and I'm here with collab content. You might know it more so as Connect, which is the local Black initiative in South Carolina, here for the community, by the community, investing back into the community. We do so many things with artists, creatives, and collectives within the South Carolina, and so we just want to be a part and make something great happen in the Carolinas.
Get ready to dance to the beat of Black Girl Boss Magic as we kick off Season 2 of the BrwnGrlz Collective. We're here to salute and amplify the stories of Black women who are crushing it in the business world. From fashion to tech, healthcare to education, these trailblazing women have faced obstacles head on and emerged victorious. We are diving deep into their journeys, sharing their secrets, and throwing some much-deserved praise their way. So come join the party at the BrwnGrlz Collective, and let's get this celebration of Black female empowerment started.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Jasmine. I am back again with another great interview. I have Jay here. It's going to be so dope. She's amazing. Just make sure you stay tuned. All right, so Jayana, again, I just want to say it's a pleasure sitting here talking to you. I remember the first time I met you at your first event. And that was amazing. We'll get into that in a minute, but I just wanted to ask you, like, as you were growing up, is this something that you always felt like you wanted to do, or like, did you have a completely different career path?
Right. So growing up, I kind of wanted to do so many different things. I thought I wanted to be a fashion designer. I thought I wanted to be like an artist, a painter. And then I got into college, and a lot of things just continued to, mature. And so I found myself actually doing a lot of things that I wanted to do. I tried to do fashion design, was really my thing. And then I was like, oh, I kind of want to do makeup, but like behind the scenes makeup. So I started doing makeup at Ulta Beauty, for fashion shows. People started coming over. My mom has a salon, so they started coming to get their makeup done. And so that kind of got me on the path to all of this kind of like industrial stuff. And so when I got into school, I went for business administration, realized I don't like math, but I do like to communicate.
Okay.
So I got into public relations and communications, and I stayed within the art focus realm. And so I got into documentary work, love to talk to people, get to know them, and really find out what makes them tick, what makes them work. And so going into my business, Columbia College gave me a seed fund for collab content. So I didn't know exactly how that was going to go. I just knew I wanted to do something in PR or visual arts. And so I just started meeting so many people that had businesses, but wasn't getting the traction that they needed, especially in South Carolina, or wasn't getting the right impact that they wanted. So having an event and only 30 people show up, or having a campaign and only retaining $200 when you put out maybe, $2,000. So just knowing that people needed help and they needed that awareness, I just had the gift to at least give them that platform and say, this is who I am. So for me personally, everything I think happens for a reason. It wasn't how I thought life was gonna go, but it definitely is where I'm satisfied and where it should be.
You happy?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, that's good. And I mean, the only reason why I ask that is because, a lot of times people don't, they think they know what they're going to do. Kids, when you're growing up, you always think you know exactly what you want to do, and this is how it's going to be, and it just ends up completely going a different way. Even though I don't feel like with you, I feel like it kind of like did what it was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? And you rolled the wave with it, which is, you know what I'm saying, which is good, because some people might be like, nah, this ain't what, you know what I'm saying, this ain't, and then mess the whole thing up. Now you know, told the ride. So that's good. I admire people that do that, because that's not an easy thing to do.
So COVID happened, obviously.
Okay.
And I graduated from college, had my first job. COVID happened, the contract ended. And I was already doing the work anyway. So my job actually came on as one of my first clients. My old college came on as a client, and then it just kind of continued. And so that was kind of like my pivotal moment. I had 2 years of being on the road from Tennessee to Atlanta to Charleston to Charlotte, and it just kept going. And so as I got back into the workforce, I realized, okay, marketing is my thing. But I still needed that foundation. And so I feel like the pivotal moment for me was I went from being free and being able to, do whatever I want to do and talk to whomever and have a little bit more structure. So Collab Content added on this initiative, which is Connect. And so Connect is all community-based for the Black community, but to showcase other businesses, to give them a privilege to say, we're a part of something bigger, and not just I'm selling bullets or I'm selling food and this is my thing, whatever, but really like this is our thing, this is our culture. And so the Connect piece, this is how I knew like I was on the right path. I was creating all these different things for my clients, and I got to be a part of all those different things. So when I was younger, I wanted to be a cowgirl at one point in time, but like I ended up like
You wanted to be a lot of things.
Oh yeah, a lot of things. So then I was like, okay, well I still can do that. Like I had a client that was like, oh, my child's having a birthday party and I want her to ride on this horse, and I was like, I got to ride on the horse. And so like it was just a whole bunch of stuff that I wanted to do. And so I think being able to see that I can still do all those things, and then I guess give people, like promote them in their business, and this is what they want. So the Connect piece came into play, and that just helped me to be around more creators, around a lot of other businesses, a lot of people that had the same passions, that maybe were doing it full time or maybe still trying to figure out who they are. And so that helped me to realize like I'm not the only by myself, like trying to figure out what the world going on.
Yeah, exactly.
So
it's a lot of us out here.
And so the visual piece really helped me, because I was like, I love to tell the stories. Let me put these things into perspective and let's actually create a show. I loved watching BET Rip the Runway. And so that's how we ended up coming up with the whole Connect fashion show piece. It was like, okay, we don't do nothing like this in Columbia. And I wanted to where everybody could come and feel like they're included. It's not so high class that you can't pay the ticket price. It's not so low that people think, oh, everybody can just come to this thing. But really appreciate the culture, appreciate people's business, and give them the respect that is needed. So that's why the visuals and the content is most important. We don't do enough within the Black community in Columbia or just within South Carolina that's outside of, thinking about slavery, or thinking about like we're in these gentrified areas. Like,
who cares? We're still here.
Yeah, exactly. So
we're still here.
Let's appreciate what we got.
Exactly.
Like, we are culture. So So as I've been in the workforce, but also in life too, so I try to apply everything from professional to personal. If I have a personal mission, everything that I do should align with that personal mission. If it violates that or go across that plumb line, I don't do it. So the same thing with business. So I have a mission for Connect. I have a mission for the for-profit, which is Collab Content, and anything that crosses that line, we don't do it. So let's say, for instance, like we want to do something within the community that's helping homelessness or helping in the impoverished area kind of get into creativity, or just in general, like just giving back to the community. Instead of thinking of, let's have this party, everything that I do is not about the money. It's not about me profiting from this. I want it to be an experience where people can, like I said, connect, but want to always come back together and redo this thing again, to make it bigger and more impactful. Something that's exciting for the community, that's recreational, but something that ultimately can be said like, this might not be historical yet, but it's definitely something that's stronger. Exactly.
It's going to be, we definitely need that here. Like, I'm not like a native of South Carolina, but I've been here for some time now, and just compared to some of the other places that have like a large Black community like South Carolina does, we don't have you know, a lot of stuff like that. And, you know, my first experience at, you know, your event was amazing. I've never, you know, seen anything like that before. I mean, you know, of course, maybe on like Instagram and stuff like that, but not like personally, like in my community, you know what I'm saying, where I live at. So I should say here in Columbia. So, I mean, I think that is like amazing. You're going to be, you know, one of the first. That's a,
right.
And you know what I'm saying?
The words of my friends, they be like, you know, you go keep the Easter egg.
Okay.
I'm like, oh yeah, here, locked in.
Yes, I love it.
So I would say number one is relationships are the most important thing that you need, regardless of your skills and what you went to school for. Like, I probably got 10 steps ahead faster than my education and all my skills with cameras and stuff. Just even by just coming to like the fashion show, or just talking to somebody about, you know, what do you see in Columbia? Even just asking them, like, you know, what do you aspire to do? Because even though we all have a little bit like uncertainty about like, okay, I want to do this, but you know, it might be the finances, the resources, whatever the case may be. I want to almost be kind of like this catalyst to make it easier for people. And so I think the basic thing that we can do for people is really just give them a space to talk. So having that relationship, building that relationship, you don't know who you talked to last week, and then in the next 2 years, they can say, oh, you really helped me. You know, maybe they can come back and build within your foundation, fund an initiative that you're trying to do. And not just that it has to be a monetary give back or something with reciprocity, but you always learn something, you take something from the relationship. So I would say definitely relationship building is most important. The other thing is to also be willing to learn and willing to give. A lot of my events when I first started, I didn't profit anything. If anything, I was left in the negative. And not that that's a horrible thing, but sometimes the impact is most important than the money. And so just taking that and looking at how I could be better, not only like financially, but for the people that surrounded me. So I'm always looking after an event or after something that we do within the community. What is the thing that we can do better? What is something that we never, like, you know, we could have considered better? So quality improvement is everything. So yeah, managing that relationship one, and then seeing how you can retain that relationship over time. And so that's not just with the individual, but the community as well.
Exactly. Yeah, networking is very, very, very important. I know that to be very, very true. So, you know, and it is hard for some people to want to get out and do stuff like that, but you know, it's very important that you do it anyway, even if you don't want to.
So before we can address what the Black community needs, we need to know exactly what the community needs. So talking within the community, asking people whatever area code they're in, zip code they're in, figuring out what they really need. So I look at the North Main area. I know that it's a food desert. I know that they don't have any real jobs over there. I know that it is an area that is impoverished for the Black community. And so with that, we should think about all of the different narratives that happen within that community. We have Benedict College over there. We have Allen University, Columbia College is there, utilizing the resources and the local education institutions that are currently there, and building those partnerships first. Having those relationships, looking into what we can do about it, and start by having small pop-up events, small initiatives that really can help hone in on where we're trying to go. And then as we build those relationships, continue to look for bigger funding and bigger support so that we can take this to a whole nother level. So it's not just a part of the community, but this is connecting back to the city of Columbia. This is connecting back to the way that we live our life and building our own cultural identity within South Carolina.
All right, so it has been a pleasure speaking with you. Social media, tell them how to find you, all the good stuff.
Got it. So my personal page, and if you want to be a part of the Connect broadcast, you can follow me on Instagram at Jaianna, ANNA.Carter, CARTER. And you can follow collab content at COLLAB.CONTENT. All right. Make sure y'all hit her up, check her out, follow her. You don't want to miss out. I'm telling you, that event on Wednesday was everything, okay? Yeah, just stay tuned. We'll be back. See you later, BrwnGrlz.
Make sure that you're following us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. We are now also accepting donations. And make sure to stay tuned for all of our amazing interviews. Are you looking to join a book club? Make sure to check out our Monday night book clubs. Next time on the BrwnGrlz Collective, remember to like and subscribe.